Hey guys, so we have the equipment that is coming out for a Legends Limited character tomorrow. Was teased on social media. They actually did mention this in the reveal and stuff for part 1 that they were going to be giving us a new unique equipment for a Legends Limited character during part 1, and well, here it is. This is a unique equipment for LF Vegito Blue. We can tell because the background does match up with the assets in the background of his art. This is the 2nd anniversary headlining character. This is a character that did get their Zenkai Awakening 2 years ago during the 4th anniversary. So the 4th anniversary, we had LF UI, Mastered UI, the red UI Goku get released for part 1, headlining character 4th anniversary. And then the headlining Zenkai Awakening of that anniversary was LF Vegito Blue. If you guys were not playing, we're going to go through some of the things with this kid here, but if you guys were not playing the game when this guy released, be thankful that you weren't playing when this got released. This was one of the legendarily worst metas ever. It basically just came down to who had Vegito and who didn't, right? You either had Vegito Blue or you didn't play the game. It was one of those metas. I would say there are only a few of those that existed in the history of Legends. There's only been a few metas ever where it's like, if you don't have this one specific character, you actually stand zero chance to even play the game. This was one of those times. I think there's probably less than 5 of those times that have ever happened. Like if you don't have this character, maybe there was like exactly 5 or something. Haven't had one of those in a long time. It's been a long time since we've seen one of those metas. Because at least with like Super 17 and stuff like that, you at least could compete with him. You would be at a severe disadvantage, but you at least had a chance. Against Vegito Blue in the 2nd anniversary, you basically didn't have a chance at all. You just lost. So, because of that reason, when this guy got his Zenkai Awakening, they gave him like actually horrifically bad unique abilities. Look at this. Sapphire Protector of the Future applies the following effects to self when 2 allies are defeated. 15% health, reduces damage received by 10%. This is one of the most just like abysmal unique abilities of all time. We could, you know what? Hold on. Let's pull up. Let me just see something here. If we go to characters, let's go all the way down. Let's like scroll all the way down here. Who's like the oldest non-Zenkai Awakened Sparking? If we go to like, this is a day 1 character, Yellow Pycon. I'm just curious. 40% strike damage against Frieza Force. 5% to all enemies substitution count for 30 counts when this character is defeated. Yeah, okay, this is terrible. But like, you could actually argue, like, I'd rather Vegito have this than what he has. This day 1 sparking unique ability is better than this. Like, this is so bad. And then we have, sorry to be rude, but you left yourself wide open or completely open. Applies the following effect to self when this character evades an enemy attack with a vanishing step. -2 to strike arts cost for 5 counts. And then 20% to strike damage inflicted for, like, this is also pretty bad. Not as bad as this, but I mean, -2 to arts cost for 5 counts. And then 20% strike damage for, like, this is, characters get this per card used nowadays. Like, this is what they gave him. And I'm confident the reason why they did this is because they just did not want to relive the 2nd anniversary days where this guy basically controlled the entire game and there was no point in even logging into the game if you didn't have this guy. It's basically how it worked. So I'm just trying to think to myself, like, this guy got a Zenkai during the 4th anniversary. And the funny thing about it is, even with these horrifically bad unique abilities, he was actually pretty decent when he got his Zenkai Awakening. He was still pretty good. This mechanic, I would argue, is still really powerful. Following effects occur upon landing a strike arts card. You draw a strike card twice, and then you get 5 ki back. And then he does have the -100% to health restoration mechanic as well. So if you're attacking a character that has endurance, you actually can essentially negate their endurance with this, because they'll heal up with the endurance, it'll activate, but they'll only heal 1 health, which means you can just tap attack them afterwards and kill them. But this is probably still a really strong mechanic here. Obviously, it's going to be less powerful now because we have characters that have the counter strike unique gauges. My big concern with this guy is going to be like, you enter the battlefield with this character and the opponent is using Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and you can't do anything. Like, what is this guy supposed to do against Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan? I think something that I've seen people recommend for this guy that I think could actually be pretty decent is if they gave the ultimate type neutrality. Could be pretty interesting. Or even the blue card could be type neutral as well. But this guy's ultimate, like, this is definitely one of the good things about this character for sure, is this guy, his ultimate, I would argue, actually still hits decently hard. It's not crazy because he's just super old, but this ultimate could still be pretty good. Like, if they gave this type neutrality, this could be pretty interesting. Like, this could hit pretty damn hard. So that's, I think if I'm going to be looking for something on this unique equipment, I'm looking at, like, does he get type neutrality anywhere? Not even just the ultimate, but just like anywhere does he get it? Maybe when he pops his main ability, he gets type neutrality for like 10 counts or something. So you can chain in, you know, a few arts cards before the ultimate and they'd all be type neutral. Potentially could be interesting. I don't believe this guy actually has card draw speed, but it really hasn't been an issue for this guy at all because he just has this. But the problem with this is it is a pretty predictable outcome because you know for a fact you're going to be drawing strike cards with this character. So if you're an enemy who has a bunch of different strike cover changes, which is still the more common cover change, or one of the strike unique gauges, it's going to be really hard to take like full advantage of this. He does do extra damage against fusion warriors, and this guy actually does have a blast cover change, which I would say is definitely the preferred cover change right now. Where is that? Here it is. Actually, it's very rare to see this in the first unique ability these days, but he does have the cover change here against blast cards. His blue card does lock in, but it is important to remember this guy does have a long animation blue card, so this is a really, really strong blue card. I would say even still it's pretty good. Just anytime you have a lock-in effect, no switching effect on the blue card, it could be pretty interesting, but this is a long animation, so you don't want to just toss this out at long range. This guy's probably going to need to get the standard package that we would expect from like a Zenkai Awakening as part of this unique equipment. Like, if you try and use this character at all right now, at all, he is going to perform horribly. I'm telling you guys, he's so bad right now. He's terrible. He's actually so bad. I don't know what they're going to do with his unique equipment, but it's like, let's go take a look at some of the other unique equipments we've gotten recently. Like, the last one was Namek Goku, right? Let's see if we can find, I believe it's in order here, so we just scroll all the way down. Here's Namek Goku's unique equipment. Namek Goku was certainly in a much, much better spot than this Vegito Blue is right now. When he got this unique equipment, he's getting 20% damage, space stats here. Okay, and then, yeah, extra damage if you defeat a battle member, blah, blah, blah. Let me just see, like, is there any equivalent LF character unique equipment that I think we could look at to base off for this guy? Let's see if we can go through some of these here. Let me see. Anything that pops out. I'm just trying to think of a character. Zamasu, definitely not. Kid Buu, no. Jiren, no. Bardock, no. Like, this is... We're talking about a character that is 4 years old, and his Zenkai is 2 years old. 2 years old. Like, I don't know. Where's Purple Cell's equip? Let me see if we can... Or like this yellow Super Saiyan 4 Goku actually could be an interesting one. What did Super Saiyan 4 Goku get? 15% health, 35% base defenses. He got 8% to pure strike and blast attack for each Sun Family or GT battle member, depending on how you rolled this. So that's 24% to pure offenses. That's really powerful. 20% inflicted damage, 10% special move damage, and this is definitely supposed to be, I think, 10% on this ultimate. I don't know, it says 0.5. Okay. If this is the same equipment they give to Vegito Blue doesn't get better at all. Like, this is not nearly good enough, I think. I think legitimately for this character, we're going to need to get an equipment on the level of like these equips for this Vegito to be even remotely good. Like, okay, so for example, this Vegeta's equipment didn't really help Vegeta as much as the other ones did. Let me take a quick look at this Vegeta. Like, what does he get from this? 50% base stats, 15% health, 10% health restoration, 50% base offenses, and then 30% damage. Plus volume affects self when this character uses a main ability. Arch card draw speed, shorten sub count by 3. Okay. So here's what I would say. If LF Vegito Blue got these 2 slots, I think we could be looking at a decent buff, but I would even argue that even with these effects here, he would not be usable. It's just he's so far behind. I don't, dude, I don't know. Because if you think about it, let me just go back to this. If you think about the era the game was in, when like these Zenkai characters first released, like 16 dropped, and like he was like a really good Zenkai, and he dropped around the same time as Vegito Blue did. So like I feel like it's kind of semi-realistic we could be seeing some stats like this on the equipment for Vegito, right? So like I would say Vegito Blue gets slots 1 and 2 that are similar to this: 30% damage inflicted, 50% to all base stats, health restoration, and then in slot 3 he gets 10 counts of type neutrality when you proc the main ability. What if he got what if they just gave him the same thing they gave to Merge Zamasu: 3 counts of special cover change nullification when he uses a strike card for the first time upon entry, and then he probably also does need key on entry. I don't believe he has key on entry, he's just too old, right? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he does. So he would need key on entry. Dude, this guy actually needs everything. He needs key on entry, he needs card draw speed, he needs type neutral, he needs special cover change nullification, he needs better stats. Like, he actually needs everything. We need an equipment like this. like this Super Saiyan Goku's equip. Yeah, just give him this. Like, whatever, dude, who cares? Just give him this. Like, I don't know. We'll see what they do for this guy, but I'm telling you right now, there is very, very little I think they can do in the form of just a unique equipment that would allow this character to be competitive with the best characters right now. Like, there's just simply no way. You can't just... I don't know. I don't see it happening. This thing is going to have to be probably... Not even probably. It is going to definitely have to be by far the best unique equipment we've ever seen for an LF character. So let me know what you guys think about LF Vegito Blue getting his unique equipment. Definitely did not do this character justice with his Zenkai Awakening, but I understand why they didn't feel comfortable with it, just because of how insane this character was when he really... It was actually just like you had this character or you quit the game. So we'll see what they do. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.